Hello, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining in. This reading is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I do ask you to take it as it resonates and leave the rest for others, as I am in the collective of Cancer here. So it may not make sense for everyone, but it may make a lot of sense to those who are resonant with the information. So I do thank you for joining in. I'm going to pull some cards, but I want you to know that I am aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the greatest and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you so much for allowing me to be of service in this way for you. And this will be your current energy for the week ahead, Cancer. Woo. Oh man, heavy energy. Sending love to Cancer. And what to stay away from here. Some words from Spirit for Cancer this week. Oh, there it goes. And words from Spirit from the Spirit Messages deck. Okay, so Cancer. Very interesting. Current energy for the week ahead. You've got the Three of Swords. I'm actually hearing the words self-perpetuating drama. So please take that as it resonates, Cancer. Wherever this is, this is really heavy energy, okay? Maybe it's heartache, heartbreak, deception. It can be third-party infidelity, being unfaithful, cheating or being cheated on, lying, cheating, stealing, selfishness. There's a lot of things that the Three of Swords represents, but it's basically like learning hard lessons. And I feel how this week it's important that you learn the lesson and integrate the lesson and feel your feelings. Sometimes this Three of Swords is very heavy feelings, okay? And a lot of times we don't have the time of day to give to those kinds of energies, especially when we've got to keep up a certain appearance or when we've got to keep step with a certain schedule, right, Cancer? So I see how things may be disheartening this week. You may be dealing with some heavy energy this week, but Spirit is encouraging you to do just that. That now is the time to deal with the feelings that you're having. They are speaking to you in a very real way about life and what you might want to do to make some changes or corrections in order to move things in a different direction. Spirit is really encouraging you to learn your lessons here. Not to gloss over it, not to pretend, oh, I'm fine, explain this away, brush it under the rug, but, to really raise all the red flags and speak up and out. And for some Cancers, that's what needs to happen. I need to speak up and out about what's hurting me. Okay, maybe you need to go to counseling, to therapy, to speak with those people to find resolution. Look, this is unique to you, okay? But I do feel how getting honest with yourself and allowing yourself to get angry, to get mad, to get sad, to get upset, whatever this is, Cancer, you need to, and it's going to give you whatever fuel you need to move things in the direction that is the healthiest for yourself. And that is where Spirit is trying to guide you here, because as of yet, you've put other people ahead of yourself and it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? So that's the energy for the week ahead. And I'm sorry, I wish it was better. I do want to say that Spirit is encouraging Cancer to remove the lens of pessimism that you might be looking through as a result of the heavy feelings that you're holding, okay? That's what this whole process is about, like cycling through, unpacking, putting it down, and then, stepping into life differently. But after this is sorted through, you can't just be like, put on a brave face, this never happened, I'm fine, and I've got 3 swords in my back, okay? Spirit is saying, Cancer, no, that's not going to work, that's not going to work. You've got to acknowledge the swords, you've got to acknowledge the pain, you've got to acknowledge what happened, the events that led you there, and you can't keep avoiding it, okay? Or you're just in this self-perpetuating cycle, okay? And I feel like sometimes we make these mountains out of molehills because we can't truly give the that time, effort, attention, to emotional closure towards those actual larger areas of vulnerability in our lives. So Spirit is speaking to you on making real change and healing, allowing yourself to heal, like ripping the Band-Aid off, allowing yourself to heal. So what to stay away from, what not to do. This is very interesting. The 4 of intention, the 3 of cycles, taking steps and increase. Both of these things are running and moving away from, right? Okay, so no more taking on more than you can handle, especially if that's to avoid or mask this pain. Okay, like, oh, I'm brokenhearted, but instead of feeling my feelings in a healthy way and processing these things, maybe I need a journal and write everything down and burn that shit, get it out of my life forever. Cancer. Maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to go out for a jog and run all that heartbreak off. Maybe you need to clean your house like a crazy person, or take a shower and sob and allow those feelings to just come through you, right? Whatever this might be for you, Cancer, Spirit is suggesting that you sit in place and do it, or stand in your energy. No avoiding. That's what I feel this is. Oh, I'm going to take extra shifts at work so that I don't have to think about all that shit. That'll only last for so long. And I feel like it's already been long enough. All right, so Spirit is saying now's the time to look, lest you beget more of the same, okay? When we're not willing to accept our lessons, and that might mean accepting our losses, all right? That might mean accepting that we've invested in something that didn't work out, and maybe we feel foolish, or maybe we're just really hurt, okay? Spirit is saying here that not accepting this is calling in another experience in your outer environment that will give you that same lesson again. And then you've got to try to learn it. Oh my God, I'm brokenhearted again. Because there's something different to do here. You've got to give yourself the time. You've got to allow those emotions to process through you and not run away from it. This taking steps, I feel like, is just running to the next good thing that makes you feel better. Okay, I'm going to go drink or use or smoke or avoid, watch TV or whatever else is pleasurable to me, as opposed to sitting in the energy of this. Someone hurt me. I'm going to go try to feel good. Okay, instead of feeling like someone fucking hurt me and this sucks. Cancer. Sitting with your feelings so that you can learn from them this week is what Spirit is indicating here. Because when people, or when things have hurt you, or things have, events or circumstances, I don't want to be too narrow with this because it's different for every Cancer, but when the circumstances around you have really weighed in on you and have hurt you very deeply, and you pretend to be fine and keep moving forward and keep associating like you're not creating any kind of change, and it's just perpetuating the same cycles, and then maybe you are, you know, in a bad mood and triggered into reaction and irritable, right? By this, that, the other thing, because you're not finding that deep resolution to the core wound that you're having, okay, that you're holding. So I feel like that is showing you what's not working in your life, but you're unwilling to admit it. So your words from Spirit. Make that shit your reality, biznitch. From Spirit, make it your reality, okay? And I'm not talking about the drama, okay? I'm talking about the beauty and the healing and the growth on the other side of that, okay? Instead of sweeping it under the rug and hiding it from everyone, even yourself, right? You're going to deal with it, unpack it, absolve it, and step into whatever reality you desire. And it doesn't have to be the same as that, because you've learned now. You're not afraid to say, hey man, I know what that is. I've seen it before. It didn't feel good, and I'll never do it again. And now you can access different kinds of pathways, avenues. All right, so Cancer, your other words from Spirit here: embrace the moment. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. And I see this image here on the card, and I see this beautiful rainbow it just comes around, and it's almost like a sun or like a mandala or a rainbow, and it's actually a hand, and it's over the eye. Like, there's so much going on here, and I feel the spirit world very present with you, Cancer. I also feel your higher self very present with you as well, saying there are two ways to look at things: the way that you're looking at them and my way. Do you have time to stop and think of this situation or any situation, not in just your way, but also my way, which would be the higher way? What would my higher self do? What would my highest self do in this situation? See that. Embody that energy. See how it feels. See how it feels to move in that way. Embrace each moment. That's what I feel for Cancer. I'm wishing you the best week ahead possible as you are really... Look, I don't even want to speak about it, okay? Don't speak about it. No. We're going to speak about it, okay? We're going to speak about it. We're going to look at it. We're going to do all the damn things. And Cancer's going to move onward, upward in a very healthy way, right? Beautiful energy, Cancer. Make that shit your reality. And I will see you guys on the next one. The next sign to be read for is Aquarius. So I will see you guys on that video.